We're here with Ethan Estess in La Casa dell'Artista, in the House of the Artist, or better say Nautilus Lanzarote. Welcome, Ethan.
Gracias.
So, Ethan is an artist, a biologist, an engineer. Tell us about you.
Yeah, my name is Ethan Estess. I'm from Santa Cruz, California. I'm lucky to be here at Nautilus Lanzarote. My background, I grew up surfing in Santa Cruz and loving the ocean, and I wanted to study the ocean more, so I went to Stanford University, where I studied environmental science, but with an interdisciplinary program. So I studied arts side by side with oceanography and kind of mechanical engineering coursework. So after that, I worked with a group through the Monterey Bay Aquarium, doing research on tunas and sharks for several years after college. So yeah, that's kind of my background. Now I'm working kind of full time on my art practice.
So how you get to know Nautilus Lanzarote or the House of the Artist?
Well, I've been very lucky. I applied through the online submission process. When I was looking for a program in which I could make some work while I was traveling in Europe. I came over to Europe for a friend's wedding and for a biology conference, and I decided I would like to stay longer and make some artwork here. And I was lucky enough to receive this wonderful position in this wonderful residency, and it's been a great month. Yeah.
So what about Lanzarote, Ethan?
The island itself is a pretty special place. It's multifaceted. On one hand, the nature here is very extreme. It's unlike any place I've ever seen. It's just unique. It's got this extreme volcanic, atmosphere. Really, it's just eroded and sharp and angular and red dirt. It looks like Mars, basically.
And I know that you have been in Galapagos, in other islands, Haiti or away. So
Yeah.
you have been around.
Yeah, no, I've been lucky to travel to many different islands, but they're all different. But Lanzarote is very unique. It also has the cultural aspect of it's Spain, but it's also has an island lifestyle now. So it's a very unique place.
What about La Graciosa? I know that you have been spending surfing.
Yeah, the waves are amazing here as well. The last 3 days I was on La Graciosa, and I had amazing adventures, made lots of new friends, and found great waves. So it's a special place.
You have met people from where about?
Tenerife? On this trip, I've met people from all over the world. But yeah, I made friends from Tenerife, and I met a friend of a friend randomly surfing. He's German, and just small world, but yeah, life is cool.
And so you are going to Tenerife then?
I am. Yeah, I'm gonna go visit those guys in Tenerife and go surfing with them.
So in a way, arts, surf, and what you have studied as well, I think they unite people.
Yeah, I think that seems to be the case. Yeah, it's definitely. I've made so many friends just through those common bonds of study and enjoying life in the ocean. So
living the life.
Yeah, I'm lucky. Yeah, living very well. Yeah.
Very good. So I know that you met some of the friends of Nautilus Lanzarote, like Juan with the Asociación Milana for the cochinilla, and Ismael of kayak and walk in Lanzarote. So tell us about the experience that you have done with them.
Well, I've been lucky because you've been kind enough to introduce me to all your cool friends here. First with Ismael exploring the islands via kayak. It was incredible. You could go through the sea caves, and we went snorkeling and saw these big urchins and crazy fish, and awesome. And then Juan Cazorla is so knowledgeable. He works with UNESCO in the biosphere, mostly with plants, but he also does some projects with plastic pollution And then he has this amazing project with the cochineal beetle, which is used for pigment, and it's an amazing source of natural pigment. And it was so cool. He took me into his kind of studio space and just showed me all the amazing colors you can make with this beetle, and it's really interesting. So it's been cool. Yeah.
The other thing that I know that you have done, you have done a movie.
I've been working on a film, kind of residencies are a time to explore new media, and I've been painting more, and I've been also trying to play with film, and the film's inspired by the island and its extreme geology, the way it looks like another planet, really. So I'm inspired. I was inspired to try and film like kind of a lunar scene where I'm exploring, like, living on another planet, and how that gives me a new appreciation for life on Earth and the biodiversity of Earth.
So we are waiting for the sponsorship of Richard Branson, for sure.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get a cameo appearance from Mr. Branson. We all know he's been to space, and he's a supporter of space exploration. And he also was on the board of he was part of a group called the Ocean Elders. So I know he's interested in ocean issues. So the film is about conservation in the end. So hopefully he can do a little cameo for the movie, and
very good.
It'll be fun. Yeah.
We wish you the best.
Hey, Leda, thank you.
So let's go on with the island of Lanzarote and the experience of art here. I know that you are doing a lot of jobs, and tell us about the sculpture that you will do for Nautilus, that you will live in Lanzarote.
Yeah. My work is mostly inspired by the materials I find. We've been to the hardware store a couple times to buy super glue and tape and some of the basic things, but almost everything else has been I've found in the street or on the beach. And there's unfortunately no shortage of material in abandoned resorts and on some beaches on the island where the plastic washes ashore. So I have lots of plastic rope and plastic objects and old wooden frames that have been discarded. Plenty of cool material. And so the sculptures are hopefully telling stories about the island, particularly issues of unregulated coastal development, which has been a problem here in the past. And it's all in the context of the fact that Lanzarote the entire island has a designation as a World Heritage Site. So I really have been interested in exploring what that means, and trying to create work that promotes this idea of living sustainably in the island context and then on a planetary context too. So that's really where the work is headed.
And I know that you have a sculpture in the San Francisco airport about an animal, in special the whales, I think.
Yeah, I did. It was on display at it was a sculpture that was on display at the San Francisco airport, which was a really cool opportunity to show the work there. It's a sculpture of a whale that's entangled in rope, and it's diving after its last breath. It's inspired by a story a friend told me about he watched a whale drown after it was entangled in rope. So pretty powerful story, and I was trying to communicate that through the sculpture and raise awareness around that issue, because it's something that we almost never see, but it happens all the time.
And here you are doing a work about another famous animal. It's the Pardella Cenicienta.
Exactly. The Cinderella Shearwater is a very beautiful bird. I love the way they fly. That's one of the first things that I'm attracted to about them. But our friend Ismael told me a story about how on La Graciosa and on the north shore of Lanzarote, the young chicks, when they're learning to fly, will fly into buildings because they're into light posts because they're attracted to the lights for some reason. And I just thought it was kind of it can be an issue that they can die, or and so it's a kind of a bit of a conservation challenge, and requires this an idea of awareness with the local population. So I think it's an interesting issue, and I'm trying to make a sculpture that describes it in a kinetic way.
Fantastic. So I know that you are coming back in Lanzarote, exactly in the House of the Artist, in 2016.
Can't wait.
We are, you can't wait, and we can't wait also. You are, I think you are one of the best person that